BassResinator here. I have a cat's paw. What is that? Container mold with a little bit of extra silicone hanging on the edge. I am going to I want a clear or translucent case, and here as well, but right in there I want the pads to have some brilliance. So I'm gonna get out some chrome powders. That's what I'm gonna get. I'll be right back with the fancy stuff. These powders that I'm using are from Into Resin. They come in a pack of 6, and they have numbers, but they're cat's eye. Wow, this is a cat paw. There's some stuck on the lid, so I'm just going to go right in here. So these are, depending on which angle you're looking at, going to give that cat's eye effect, which I think is really cool. So I'm going to do these small pads with this color, and then I'll clean up around the edges, because I'm sure I'm going to end up getting out of that pad a little bit. In fact, I already have. I don't know if you can see the effect already, but I can from the angle I'm looking at. Because this is a concave surface, it's going to give one effect, whereas if it were on a flat surface, it would have the same kind of effect, but not it would look different, because it would have more of the what we're used to with a cat's eye, whereas in here it's a cat's eye. But this is a chrome type powder, but it's also a chameleon type effect. I can't tell if I've gotten all the way up on the edges or not. It's shining so much in my face. Okay, pull that one aside. Now we go with the greenish one here. Man, this stuff is really, really cool. Now I know chameleon powders and this will probably look better backed with black, but I don't know if I want it to go black. I mean, I want that paw print to really pop, but I want it to pop from both sides, you know, like when you're looking at it through the lid as well as this side, but you can't see it through that way. Okay. Man. Froggy Friday was yesterday, but I've got a frog in my throat right now. Okay, so there's that. Put the brush down. Get out my big wipes so I can go around the edges. Man, these big wipes smell amazing. Big wipes. Multi-surface, soft cloth. Excellent for cleaning. But I don't want to clean too well and get down inside those things. So I just want to go around the edge. Wrap it around my finger. That's the one where I went up underneath. Don't know if I can get up in there. Well, I did, sort of. Okay. Wow. Clear that off. Now, mix up some, you know, I keep saying I don't want it to go black. That looks really cool that way. I wiped on it and then there, got it. Okay, let me think about this as I mix up the resin. Okay, I just mixed up my resin and ran it through the vacuum chamber. I'm using Bondcrafter resin here. And when I do this, I'm going to use this yellow shimmering Brie Reese alcohol ink and green. I'm going to put a little bit of resin here and drop some drops of that alcohol ink on and then pour the rest of it and just let it go wherever. But I want this clear. And I don't know how much this whole thing holds, so I mixed up 5 ounces. Okay, now this has a lip that I'm going to have to get underneath to make sure I get all the bubbles out. That's not a good place for bubbles. Well, it's a really good place if you're a bubble. It's not a good place if you're an artist wanting no bubbles. Okay, got a bubble there, bubble, bubble here, bubble there, bubble here, bubble there, bubble trouble, bubble. Just going on with my dotting tool. Say going on, and then I missed. I went right on top of. It's real similar to a coaster mold that has a 90-degree edge where bubbles like to hang out. And you just go around with the dotting tool or some other type of tool like that and Just remove the bubbles, and there's another one right there. Did I get them all? Looks like there's something right here. Yeah, there it is. I think I got them. That would be nice, except I got a hair right there. Is that a hair? Yep, got it. Okay, now put a little bit more resin in here to fill it all the way up over that edge. So I can get it domed a little bit. Now I want to put a little bit here. I don't want, oh look at that, I got a bubble right there in the middle, hanging on there. Come on, get off. I have stained molds doing what I'm going to do next. So that's why I put this resin right there. Because if you just drop alcohol ink right on top of the mold, especially if it's red, oh man, you are stuck. Now these shimmering alcohol inks, you got to shake them up because they got the shimmer is a sediment, and it will sediment down on the bottom of the bottle. So if I can do this, green's on this side on this, remember? So I'm going to try and do green. Oh, look at that. I love the shimmer when it starts doing that. Okay. Have to get the pliers on this yellow one. That lid is on there good. There we go. Now, watch. And you're like, oh, you ruined it. It all went down. It will come back up. That's the crazy thing. It's really wild the way it works. And, okay, so 5 ounces is about all this mold will hold, top and bottom. Now, there are some spots around here where I'm seeing bubbles. Not just bubble, but also some of that alcohol ink. There's a bubble. Come on. Come on, bubble. Bubble, bubble, toil and trouble, get out of my mold. Yes. It reminded me of Aladdin, that Cave of Wonders cat type thing. Diamond in the rough. Same voice and everything. Can you do that? Okay, I'm going to set that down and pour a little bit more so I can dome this one as well. Okay, got it. And apparently I have a little bit of resin where I set that dotting tool down over here. Apparently I hadn't cleaned it off well. Well, blow me down, as Popeye would say. If you are too young for Popeye, I am so sorry. You missed out on a very crazy cartoon. Okay. I don't have a long-handled lighter right now. They died on me. So I'm doing that with my torch from real high. Not hanging out very close at all. I didn't have very many bubbles anyway, but just pouring sometimes causes a bubble to happen. And sometimes you get lint floating around in the air. Okay. Yeah, see, I wanted to be able to see right through that, so I've got that effect that I wanted. And this is going to match sort of that. But this looks really cool as well. I'm thinking I'm going to be happy with this. Yep, yupper. Okay, we'll see you later. Well, I needed my workspace, so I pulled these out. And they came out really nice. There was just one little bubble right there, and I've already patched that up. So yeah, and it's in a clear area, and I use clear ultraviolet resin to clean it, or to patch it. So it came out really nice. Look at the other side. And look at this one from the other side. Whoa. Put the lid on. Look at that. And the green goes with the green, and the yellowish goes with the yellow. Yeah. So, there we are, subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for hanging with me and looking at all of the cool things. Ooh. Got in the shadow. Yeah, thank you for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, consider joining. I haven't talked about this very much, but if I do have a place in the description, if you want to buy me a coffee. I love coffee. One of my favorite coffees is Michigan cherry coffee, flavored coffee. But that's not the coffee they're talking about in there. So if you want to buy me a coffee, you're more than... I encourage you. Any money I get from buy me a coffees or anything else from this channel goes right back into resin work. So if you want to support my business enterprise resin, I appreciate it. Stick around for a couple stills. This came out really nice. I am very happy with it. And there's some very loud vehicle outside. Sorry about that. We'll see you for the next one.